Hi there.
I did flirt with the beast, but I never gave into it. What beast are we talking about, Flammy? I mean, Final Fantasy XIV, it may have kind of sort of taken over a big chunk of my channel for the last year before, you know, the last month or so when I've been done with it, but,
Hi there.
you know, I never gave into it so much that I gave up on all other games, so it had a time limit on it no matter what ever since I started it. And that's not to say that I won't come back to it and do some more content when there's new content, which I will. And it doesn't mean we won't go back and do some more hard mode stuff, which we probably will. But we're going to plan it out a little better from here on out, just because now that we're at the point, I'm at the point where I'm caught up to everybody and I'm done with all the main catching up content. Now we can do stuff together whenever we do stuff. We can actually plan it specifically. So that'll be cool. So I'm just happy I dedicated the time to actually catch up. So I'm sure people, y'all Final Fantasy 14 heads are happy about that, I'm sure.
What do you need?
That shirtless dude would house Waka. You mean Dunban, the guy in my party? He would whoop the shit out of. Oh, he would. Waka's a bitch compared to Dunban. Dunban will wreck Waka's bitch ass. It's probably a good idea to stay away from 14, Drew. It really is. MMOs will consume you. If I didn't have homies to play with, I wouldn't even have bothered. Trust me. It would not even have ever happened. Oh, you mean I overcame your alt character, Flanny? I see. I see. Well, now that I'm caught up and we can do cross server now, right? Or at least it should be coming soon if I haven't done it yet. So once that happens officially, we'll be able to play with you and your main. That'd be good. You might actually start off at 14, even though you said that like 50 times, Donko. One day it might happen. One day. You like Waka in combat and he redeems himself later, but I don't know about him in the beginning. I mean, he's kind of a punk ass. As a character, Waka is funny, though. Like, at the very least, he's kind of silly, so
Yes.
there's at least that. I don't know if any quests actually pop up here yet. Never mind, I say that and there's one inside the building. I'm kind of avoiding the story for a minute while I look around. I actually might... Oh no, that's Fiora. Never mind. I thought that was Melia and Charla for some reason. Never mind. 6.18 update will have the cross data center thing, so it should be in the summer. Okay, well, then we look forward to that. Also, speaking of things I haven't done in this playthrough yet, holy shit, let's do this. You'll play all the mainline series, but 14 is a hard pass, and not because it's bad. Oh no, and same, Drew. I after playing all of 14, I can absolutely conclude that it's great, but it is an MMO in the end and takes up all your fucking time if you actually want to get everything out of it. So, yeah, you just have to be wary of that, but it is fun to play, especially with homies. Damn, you have 5 alts on 14, Flammy? That's too many, man. 1 or 2 makes sense for other servers, but 5? Goddamn. But I think you said you made all those alts because you were trying to play on different servers, right? That makes sense. Who would win, Tidus or Shulk? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Probably Shulk because the Monado gives him OP powers. The Monado is too good.
I've been waiting.
Anyway, guys, I want to do this side thing. I've been waiting to do this for a while. And I keep meaning to do it because, look, I'm way over-leveled for some of this now. And I wanted to try out some of these challenges. It looks like there's actually a limited amount of challenges. Oh, I see. Well, let's just try the level 21 and see how it goes. It looks like there's rewards and stuff to get, so like let's just play it and see what happens. Obviously, Final Fantasy 11 is a skip as well because of the same reason 14. Obviously, yeah, same. I won't. I actually have already decided after playing 14, I will never play 11. If I ever play 11, it'll be one attempt just to see how the game is played. I will not go balls deep in it ever. I will never ever do that. Nope, not happening. Never ever. Mark it here now, children. Anyway, time attack mode. Yeah, okay, you can give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to whoop ass. Here's a better question. Dunban or Auron? Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, Dunban or Auron. It's kind of actually a fun matchup to think about. The reason why it's so fun to think about is because they both only have like one proper arm to use. Auron's only using one arm. Dunban's only using one arm. They're both kind of the daddy of the group. Man, that's a tough one. Damn, 5 a.m. for you, Flammy? I'm surprised you're still awake, man. You definitely need to go to sleep. Have a good sleep, sir. Hopefully you can sleep. And we'll talk to you later, man. Have a good weekend. I mean, in terms of a better character, I'd probably pick Auron. But Dunban's so cool also, man. That's a tough matchup, man. In an actual fight? In an actual fight, I might pick Auron. But that's only because Auron is just, you know, shit talker extraordinaire. I love that guy. Dunban's more of a nice guy that just whoops your ass. I'd probably pick Auron. So anyway, I did it, guys. Time attack complete. S rank. Wow, it was a big surprise when I'm like 30 levels higher than I need to be.
Here is little something.
Oh, hey, we got some new armor. Camo armor. I wonder if that's pretty cool looking, if like just for visuals. I'll check it out in a minute. But in the meantime, let's do a couple more of these since we're very much leveled up for this. Something can't wait to die. Enough. Gotta love Auron.
Alrighty. Time to rumble.
Cloud versus Shulk. I'd probably pick Cloud. I probably have to pick Cloud. A nice guy who would whoop your ass. Funky G 2022. I mean, that's exactly what Dunban is. He's a very, like, humble and nice human being who, like, they talk to. Every time they talk to him, he's, like, very down to earth, very normal, he doesn't talk shit on anyone. He's just chill. But the people that piss him off, he will fuck them up. I'd take Cloud just because Cloud is more kick-ass. Shulk's kind of a weenie as a character, but he's got OP powers that because of the Monado.
I'm gonna go all out. Let us hurry onwards. Right, let's keep going.
You like Auron when he's in Kingdom Hearts 2? Yeah, he's pretty cool. I always forget he's even in there. I'm like, oh shit, he is in that part. Like that part with the whole Hercules part. It's crazy. You think you like Dunban, Drew? You should. Dunban's awesome. There's a reason why we call him Daddy Dunban. I mean, he's literally like having Auron in your party. Like when you said Auron or Dunban, I legit had to think about that really hard because they really are very equal when it comes to like what they represent for your party in their games, in their respective games. The difference is Auron is more of a hard ass. Dunban, he's more of the guy who'll be like, yo, you might have fucked up, but, you know, better luck next time, friend. You know, like that. He's that guy.
First small test for so-called starters.
Auron has no problem going, try harder. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Like, he's that guy.
Alrighty.
What about Cloud versus Squall versus Zidane versus Titus in a fatal four-way? And they're all at the height of their powers. Okay. So we're talking, if we're talking height of the powers, we're talking Cloud throwing down Omni Slash. That level of power. We're talking Squall throwing down the Lionheart and that level of power. We're talking about Zidane basically going trance mode, whooping some ass, basically full limit break mode. And we're talking Titus playing Blitzball. Titus is last place. He gets knocked out first because fuck that guy. He doesn't even have a chance. You know what they do with Titus in that Fatal 4-Way? They all gang up on him just because they're sick of listening to him talk. They're like, no. Get the fuck out of this fight. You don't belong. That's where Titus belongs in that fight. Now the other three all have legit cases to win that fight because of what I just said. I mean, Omni Slash is crazy. Lionheart is kind of its equivalent. Hey, Titus, don't interject here. See what I mean? This is the reason why you get kicked out of the fight first. This is why. Because that laugh right there. The fuck out of this fatal 4-way. That's why they beat him out first. They don't even care about fighting each other until he's gone. But yeah, I feel like Lionheart and Omni Slash will kind of cancel each other out almost. They're that level of awesome. But then there's Zidane with Trance, which is basically the height of his power, which is pretty OP. But I feel like if Squall or Cloud hit him with an Omni Slash or a Lionheart when he was in that form, I don't know if Zidane could take it. I never felt like Zidane is much of a tanky character that who could take hits. At the end of the day, he's still a little thief dude who could get fucking cracked. So, in that regard, I kind of picture just Cloud and Squall throwing down, and that's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Not on Archsage expecting good record.
Man, I'm having a hard time leaning toward one way or the other, even though you know I want to pick Squall just because that's my boy. But, like, would he really win? It's hard to decide.
Time to rumble.
You think Squall would win? You have a reasoning for that, Drew? So I'm curious if you have a reasoning for that. You like Zidane the most out of the four, Donko? That's fair. We weren't really talking about just like a favoritism type of thing. I'm literally trying to think of like in an actual fatal 4-way match, they're all fighting each other. Not because of who's likable or more or less likable, but an actual fight. When they're all using the height of their best powers. Because I feel like Titus doesn't even have a height of his best powers. The height of Titus's best power is that he's fast. He'll get a lot of hits in. But again, Squall and Cloud will just wreck his shit. And Zidane. They'll all wreck his shit.
Right, let's keep going. I see your strength is the genuine article.
Lionheart could be done over and over, and if in critical, and Cloud would have to build up Omni Slash, and Squall's weapon gives him range. True, the Gunblade is definitely an advantage with the range. You are correct, Drew. That is true. I said I was more inclined to pick Squall just because. Titus, you need to stop interjecting yourself in this conversation. We already said you're out first. Laugh all you want. You already lost, bitch. Anyway, Titus with his whole sphere grid built in or filled in, I don't give a fuck. Even with his entire sphere grid filled in, Omni Slash, Lionheart, Zidane with his trance, they're all putting him on the ground. I don't give a shit. All of them are putting him in the ground. Honestly, I'm inclined to agree with you, Drew, that the Gunblade pushes Squall over the top for me too. The range matters. It really does. And the fact that you're right, like from a mechanic perspective, that you can just spam his limit break over and over again versus or Cloud has to build his up. He can only unleash it once, and then he has to like build it back up again. What about Sora versus Squall? Sora's getting one-hitter quittered so hard by Squall. Sorry, Sora. Get fucked. Now, if he has Donald and Goofy with him, nope, still not going to win. Oh boy, look at all these lizard people. Fuck them up! don't really know if this is the best party to actually use for this, but I'm just having fun doing these because I haven't done these yet. Get these rewards for doing these challenges. Dunban! I think for just doing these challenges quickly, having a party who's going to do all damage is a good choice. So Fiora and Melia might actually be an awesome choice here. I might have actually picked the best party to just do quick damage. Shulk might be the only other one worth using instead of like Dunban maybe, or instead of Melia. What about Link versus Squall? I love my boy Link so much. But he doesn't have the power of anime on his side. By that I mean he doesn't have those OP moves like Squall and Cloud have. Like Link is just a kid with a bunch of weapons and arm and stuff. I just feel like he'll be outmatched from a power. Like when you got that Dragon Ball Z power level shit going on, unfortunately Link is not high on that list. He may got the skills, but he won't have the power. You know what I mean? That's why he doesn't have the Triforce of Power. He's got the Triforce of Courage. He a brave boy, but he ain't the strongest boy. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, Drew's got another Fatal 4-Way he's gonna throw at me. Let's go. Meanwhile, I'm done with these challenges. I just wanted to check it out because I hadn't done this yet. I keep meaning to, I keep forgetting. I'm glad that showed up there so I could check it out. What if Link is using his Fierce Deity mask? Interesting. Huh. That's not a bad thought. I still think Squall has the edge there, but Fierce Deity Link could definitely take the hits. He may last a bit longer. Oh shit, we have a new one. Oh, we're going. Wait, why'd you put Auron in that list? That's a weird choice. I thought you were gonna pick all the monks from the series, Drew. Yang versus Sabin versus Auron versus Zell. Why is Auron in that fight? He's the only one using a weapon. I figured you'd put somebody who's using their fist to fight. Take away Auron's sword, oh, then he loses all day. He won't even beat any of those guys. He's fucked without his sword. Auron's last place. Yep, even against Zell. If he doesn't have his sword, he loses 100%. Alright, that's what I thought. You should have put Tifa in there. Then we have a fair fight. Everyone with fists. There you go. Yang, Sabin, Tifa, and Zell. That's the comparison you should be making. Man, I was actually leaning towards Sabin as well. That boy is a giant bear. Nobody fucks with Sabin. As much as I love Tifa, and you probably thought I was going to pick her, I don't think she's beating Sabin. I think Sabin will bear hug the fuck out of her, and she will die. Sabin all day. Yang's a little bit older. I'm pretty sure Sabin could take him. Yang's like Sabin's master level, probably, but Sabin will whoop his ass. Student surpassing the teacher. And then Zell versus Sabin just ain't fair. Sabin's a grown-ass man. At the end of the day, Zell's still just a boy. He needs practice. He'll get his ass beat by fucking Sabin. Sabin all day. Sabin all day. Anyway, shall we continue on with the story? Or should we... You know what? Let's get some of these side quests picked up. Some of them have popped up now that it's nighttime. Let's pick them up.
Yes.
But in terms of like second, third, fourth place in that series, since I just took Sabin as the winner, I'd probably put... I think Tifa would whoop Zell's ass too, to be honest. I think Tifa's got more skill than Zell does. Zell hits harder, I think, but I think Tifa would be better skill-wise and just be all over the place whooping his ass. But where does Yang fall in that? If we throw Yang against Tifa or Yang against Zell, what do I think is going to happen? Man. Where does Yang fall in there? See, the thing is, I don't have a lot of love for Yang. I mean, Yang is cool, but he's not even one of the characters you get to take to the end of the game. So like, while he's cool and everything, he kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So it's like, but realistically, how powerful is he compared to these other characters you have? I might put him last just for his lack of other like abilities. You know what I mean? Like Yang getting surpassed by all the youngins, basically. That's how I'm picturing it. Zell and Tifa are what you equip them with. So technically Tifa and Zell aren't true monks. I mean, they are in their respective games, to be fair. Because even Sabin has weapons, right? You can't tell me Sabin doesn't have weapons. He has claw weapons and shit, too. So he's the equivalent, I would say. He just has the biggest thing. I mean, they all have monk movesets, too, for their limit breaks and their specials. Like, Sabin has Blitz. Obviously, that's like a bunch of different limit break type things. Zell has his limit break, which is a beatdown. And Tifa has all her limit breaks, which is just a chain of beat moves. So, yeah. Tifa would be Zell. He basically copies her moves. Yeah, exactly. Zell's a wannabe Tifa. Oh, you mean like materia. I see what you're saying. I was thinking limit breaks. Because the height of power in Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion, is limit breaks. Materia is awesome, but limit breaks is the real power. And same goes for Final Fantasy VIII. Limit breaks is the real power, too. Like, where you're really unleashing the most damage. And then obviously with Sabin, it's his blitzes. Strongest blitz. And then for Yang, this is the thing. Yang falls short of having no special abilities other than just being a monk. So I feel like he would last place that shit because everyone else will just out ability him.
How are you?
Let me see more of the village first. I actually do want to pick up the quest inside of here. Oh, I have to talk to her first? Never mind. We're going to continue on with the story. Let's go. Let's ask her some questions. Get some answers.
So,
now that we've had our fun death battle conversation.
In one sense we are, and in another we are not. It is a fact that the weapons you call the Mechon were
I'm having fun with
created
it, Drew.
by
You can keep asking more. I'm just going to watch a cutscene for a minute.
We were born from the Mechonis. By your understanding, it would be correct to say that we are the same as Mechon.
A form of mechanical life born of the Mechonis. Is that correct?
From our perspective, you are forms of organic life born of the Bionis.
Life born of the Mechonis? So there is life here, just like on Bionis?
explain to us why you invaded our world. What did we ever do to you?
I understand your feelings, but please, there is much yet to tell you.
Dunban, please hear her out.
But...
These Machina, they're good people.
Fiora?
You do not look fully functional.
Ever since she was given this body, she hasn't been feeling too good. But we honestly don't know what to do.
Do you mean to tell me you are not Machina? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I'm okay. Really.
Nonsense. I am a doctor. Do not worry. I specialize in people in your... situation. Just as I thought, you were transformed into a face unit. You are experiencing a functional breakdown in multiple locations.
Fix her, goddammit! Fix her!
I will take her to my laboratory. The Chief will answer your questions. He is waiting for you in Junks.
For us?
We will speak later.
Shulk, I'm...
Fiora.
Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on her.
Thanks.
All right, Charla. Thanks, Charla. Appreciate it. All right, so Charla, Fiora, off getting her fixed up. Guess we'll go in here and we'll learn some more, shall we? But first, Drew has another question for us. Let's read it. Bahamut versus Odin versus Leviathan versus Anima. Honestly, that's the easiest question ever, Drew. because you already know the answer. 100% Bahamut all day. Now here's why. Bahamut equals King of all summons. That's his literal name. Winner. Chicken dinner, Bahamut all day.
Yes?
Reaper Leviathan. Don't even get me started on those fucking things. Don't even bring those names to my mind, Donko. How dare you? How dare you?
How are you?
I don't want to talk to you. Trying to look at this hard, see whose it is. Dunban Fiora? Heart level, huh? Oh, Charlotte and Fiora literally right here. I'm blind. What the hell?
Huh. He's massive.
Wow. Fucking Norg over here. Forgot about this guy.
We were told that you were waiting for us.
That's right. I've been waiting a long time. Waiting for you to accept my request.
Request?
But first, let me ask. The sword the young man is holding. Is that the Monado?
It is.
And the destruction of the fortress on the sword. Was that your lot's doing?
Yes. Although unfortunately we were unable to stop Egil.
Egil?
Do you know him? He claims to be the leader of Mechonis.
This Egil that you fought is one of our people. He's my son.
Your son?
Actually,
That I did not remember.
My request is about him as well.
Ah.
I want you to kill Egil.
Kill him? What? You want me to kill your son? That's an interesting request. And apparently that's the end of the chapter. Well then, okay. Ain't mad at that. Dumban handling all his business shirtless. Hell yeah, dude. Or like a true businessman. And I see you have another hypothetical for me, Drew. I'm going to save that one until I'm after the cutscenes. But, that's an interesting one. Let me marinate on that one while I'm watching these cutscenes. He also is kind of like King Zora. He kind of is. He kind of is. All right, chapter 13, y'all. Let's do it. Meanwhile, everyone coming together. Now I want steampunk Zoras. I mean, that would be pretty awesome. I don't know, they were pretty cool what they did with the Zoras in Breath of the Wild.
My humble gratitude for accepting our invitation. I am Callian Antiqua, Regent of the High Entia.
We all know who you are. You High Entia have kept yourselves safe, remaining spectators to our destruction. Why call upon us now?
As stated in my invitation, it is our intention to form an allied force from the peoples of Bionis, with which we will confront Mechonis.
Look at you. One little scratch and you're already crying for help.
I cannot deny this. The attack did serve as the catalyst, but the fact remains that things have changed.
When we needed help at the Battle of Sword Valley, our cries were ignored. Give me one good reason why we should bother. Huh?
I understand your anger. Our selfishness was inexcusable. However, please hear what I have to say. Listen to why our stance has changed.
Stop talking if you like, but no promises we'll stick around to the end.
We High Entia were mistaken. We believed that if we were attacked by the Mechon, our power alone could repel them. But a brave group of young heroes showed us the error of our ways. When the Mechon descended upon Erith Sea, Shulk fought with a courage I have never seen. I was most surprised to see that this group was comprised of different races. Homs, Nopon, High Entia. Although different, they trusted one another as friends. As just one inhabitant of Bionis, I desired to... No, I felt compelled to become strong like them.
Their strength came from the Monado. Bravery only gets you so far in this world.
Then you will not join us?
Hold your horses, son. I said they didn't win with bravery alone, but they wouldn't have got far without it. All right. You can count on our help.
The Nopon will join too. The Hum-Hum and Bird people are friends of the Nopon. We will fight together.
Dixon, are you leaving?
Yeah. It's just I felt this sudden pain in the neck.
Is that your response?
Don't go jumping the gun there, Prince. I'll leave the colony's forces with old Atharon here. You can use them however you want. I've got somewhere I need to be.
Might I ask where?
A battle's more than just a head-on assault. The sooner you realize that, the better. I better go and remind Shulk and all.
So you know of their whereabouts?
I told you. I've got a pretty good idea.
Dixon!
Yeah?
If you should meet Shulk...
What?
I have something I want you to tell him.
Tell him I love him and I can't wait to see him again.
You want us to kill your son? That is no small request.
There are hardly any of us Machina left on Mechonis. Back when the Bionis and the Mechonis were fighting, the Bionis almost completely wiped us out. I suppose the Bionis just didn't want us around. Lady Mayneth fought the Bionis for us. In the end, the two Titans wounded each other and entered a deep slumber.
Who was Lady Mayneth?
The creator of Mechonis. You could say that she is the Mechonis itself.
You talk like you saw all this. Ain't this all just an ancient myth?
I know I look young, but I'm actually...
I know I look young.
I saw the whole thing with my own eyes.
You can't be serious.
The people of Mechonis must have a longer lifespan. Just like we High Entia live far longer than Homs.
I get that. But he can't have lived that long.
But why do you want your son dead? From what you've told us, I would have thought you'd want us to destroy the Bionis rather than kill your own son.
Egil was a brilliant young man. Clever, strong, and kind to the less able. But he never forgave the Bionis for what it did. And he swore to take revenge.
So he wants to do to us what the Bionis did to the Machina?
Correct. Egil is trying to eradicate all innocent life on Bionis. He has to be stopped.
Didn't you ever try to stop him?
We tried once. A lot of people were killed. He's blinded by revenge. Even Lady Mayneth herself couldn't convince him to stop.
Where is Egil now?
Most likely the Mechonis capital. He's trying to restore its former glory all by himself.
I feel sorry for him.
Oi! What are you talking about? Did you forget what he did to us?
I haven't forgotten or forgiven. But Egil's clearly suffered a lot in his life. You don't feel any sympathy at all?
All I know is, this stinks. Who cares what he's been through?
Rind!
I understand about Egil. But why us? You should be aware that Shulk's sword, the Monado, has the power to destroy Mechonis weaponry. It's said that it was once the sword of the Bionis. Doesn't the very sight of it make you quiver?
Zanza.
Huh?
Oh, just talking to myself. If you're gonna kill Egil, you'll need all of that sword's power. That's how strong Egil is. But enough talk. You must be tired. Take your time and think it over. Until the young lady's treatment is finished, feel free to spend time in our village.
She has done well to survive such injury.
What do you mean? Is she sick?
Since you seem to have knowledge of Hom's medicine, I'll explain it like this. I'm afraid she's had several of her organs removed. Am I correct in assuming she was configured to operate inside a mechon?
That's right.
She has been transformed into a mecon's central nerve unit. Her blood can now circulate through a mecon's components.
How?
I believe her immune system is now configured for compatibility with the mechon. That's why her strength has depleted.
But you can treat her, can't you? Please.
Of course. Even as a Machina doctor, I cannot turn a blind eye to this butchery. With our equipment, she will regain her strength, but she will be stuck with this body. I cannot restore her flesh and blood Hom's body.
That's okay. I don't want to be a burden to Shulk. I don't care if I have a machine body. Just make it so I can fight beside him.
Fiora, leave it to me. If that is your wish, I'll do my best.
And that's okay. There are other ways to please my man, even if I don't have a flesh body, if you know what I mean.
I must implant a new circulation system for her immune functions. But we have one problem.
A problem?
I don't have a piezoelectric unit, which is required to control such a system. As long as she remains on this bed, the life support machine can compensate. But to move around freely, she must have the piezoelectric unit. The same unit is used in Mechon, so if you were to find some Mechon parts...
But where?
Well, outside of the village at the base of Digit 5, there's a beach. Debris from above washes the shore there.
Debris?
You might be able to find one among the Mechon
She
wreckage.
called it debris. All right.
We'll take a look. The beach at the base of Digit 5, right?
Yes. It gives off a faint red glow, so it might be easier to find at night.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go get some stuff for my girl, shall we? According to Lenata, the only way to treat Fiora is to do the thing. So let's go get that electric unit from the thing, shall we? Now, in terms of my actual equipment, am I still using all the Mechon weapons? Because I'm down, yeah. As long as I'm still using the Mechon weapons, we're good. Alright, and we have some side quests that we picked up that we can, you know, possibly work on while we're out and about, so it's all good. Should we make it daytime around here, too, to see if there's any more quests? Let's do that real quick. You hear that they say geyser in this game weird? They do. They said geyser. They're like, I gotta take a ride on the geyser. The geyser. The fucking Giza. The pyramids of Giza. I was like, okay. A piezoelectric unit stands for a speaker? Really? That's what it stands for, DJ? Like, if you actually, like, translate it? That's interesting. Alright. Now, let's return to Drew's hypothetical now that we're back to adventure and going to do stuff. So, his next one is an all-girl mage battle between Rydia, Terra, Lulu, and Celeste. Interesting that you threw Celeste in there, because I feel like if you throw Celeste in that battle, she can negate all of their magic. She might win it just because she can negate their magic and then swat them down like flies. Although Terra going into her Esper mode might put up a challenge. Runic only works for one spell at a time, though. Yeah, but that's how it works in battle. If you think about it from a logical perspective, she could potentially use that all the time, right? I was thinking it from a logical perspective. More so than a once at a time type thing. But obviously, yes, if she can only use it one at a time, she will just get blasted by one of the other girls and she'll die easy peasy. In which case, she will not have a chance. I agree, Drew. Okay, so if we take it at the face value where she can't do it all the time, okay, fine. We'll take it at that. We'll take it from that perspective. In which case, she's fucked because The other girls will just mage her to death because she can't block everything. Would Rydia's summon get around the runic? That's a good question. I don't know if we ever have an example. Do we have an example of a summon being negated by runic? Is that even a thing? I don't even know. And also, if Terra goes into summon mode, runic may not do shit against that either. So, from full power perspective, Celis might be fucked. Especially if she can only use her runic, you know, limitedly. This is not a good party, by the way. At least not with Dunban leading it. I should be controlling Shulk. I'm not sure why I didn't control Shulk. Honestly, if she summoned Bahamut, pretty sure she'd win hands down. I mean, yeah, if we're basing it on the fact that she controls summons, which she does, Rydia would have a very big advantage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lulu loses to them in terms of being a mage, for sure. You don't think summons can be runicked? Well, in that case, Terra and Rydia would defeat Celis because of the summon abilities. So it really comes down to Terra versus Rydia, which really comes down to, do you think Terra can beat Bahamut by herself in her Esper form? I'd probably give the edge to Bahamut there. And thus Rydia would win. Because Rydia's power all depends on her summons. So if you don't say that her summons are, you know, if you don't take into account her summons as being her main power, then maybe things would go differently. But if she can summon all the summons that she gets possibly, Bahamut will wreck everyone. So, yeah. Interesting that I end up picking Rydia to win that fight because of summoning, but realistically, it makes sense. Am I going swimming? I guess I'm going swimming. All right. Here we go. Piezoelectricity is like an effect that relates electricity to mechanical stress, and one of the most common applications is on buzzer-type speakers. Like any electronic that beeps likely has a piezoelectric speaker for that. Huh. Interesting. I've never heard of the piezoelectric. I've never even heard that fucking word before, to be honest. I mean, other than in this game. I had no idea. You could have told me it's a fucking machine it's made out of pie, and I would have been like, yep, piezoelectric, makes sense, made out of pie. I get it. But yeah, based on that Battle Royal matchup you gave me, Drew, I feel like Rydia's got the edge because of summoning. Quartz crystals are piezoelectric? Are they? Also, hi Frog, welcome in. How you doing? Also, totally forgot to switch fucking leader to Shulk. My bad. Summon Aqua.
Let us hurry onward.
Nice job. Not equipment. Partay. Also, does anybody max out their skill tree during a switch? Yep. Shulk's done with tree number 2. On to the last tree for him. Good stuff. Alright, Melly is on that one. Dunban's on that one. Oh, Ryan's done too. Tree number 3 on the way. Ricky's a couple in. That's good. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Alright. The more you know about piezoelectric, the less you actually care about it. How about that? True that. True that. It's what we need to keep Fiora alive, okay? That's all I care about. And if it means we gotta shove some kind of pie-shaped fucking machine into her, then so fucking be it. Shove the pie into her. Let's go. You know what? How about you don't attack me, bitch? How about no? Hey, they used to have crystal radio kits way back when. Crystal radio kits, huh? With piezoelectric crystals?
Let us hurry onwards.
But we mustn't be careless. That motherfucker dropped 3 equipment items, goddamn. Boy was fucking loaded. Bruh, don't call for your friends, you little bitch. You're a little punk bitch, aren't you? No escape.
How is that possible?
Oh yeah, I definitely should have brought that up earlier. Did anybody else here happen to watch or at least read about the PlayStation State of Play today? I wouldn't say they announced a lot of things, but there was definitely at least 2 noteworthy things that got talked about today from my perspective. And I'm excited as well. Relatively excited about both of them. Yeah, I was watching at the same time when it was airing while I was watching Rio stream 2X Gamer. No idea, DJ? No idea? Fair enough. Basically, they finally confirmed and gave a release date for Resident Evil 4 Remake. I know everybody's been talking about it for years. Basically, since Resident Evil 3 Remake came out, they've been talking about 4. So 4 is now officially confirmed, coming out next March. Coming out March 2023. And then the other big thing they showed today is they actually showed a new trailer for Final Fantasy 16. And the new trailer actually had some gameplay in it, which was pretty cool. And the freaking story / gameplay looks fucking nuts. Like, I don't even know how to even like get into it because it just looks crazy. But it certainly looks amazing, beautiful, like visually. Can't deny that. Not that we didn't expect that, but goddamn. I'm very interested in playing some Final Fantasy 16. But don't expect you're going back to traditional turn-based stuff, because that is definitely not what they went with. It seems to me they're leaning way harder into the action-y type gameplay, which for this generation of games doesn't surprise me at all. I'm not even mad at it. It's like we're not going back to the ways of old anymore. It's just how it is. And if they ever do, it'll be like very purposeful and won't be the next game in the series number-wise, you know. And yeah, they also did show a little bit more of Street Fighter 6 as well, if you care about fighting games. It actually, you know, it looks amazing. Final Fantasy 17 Souls-like win. I mean, isn't that what Stranger Paradise basically is? The Final Fantasy Souls type game? I mean, I haven't played it yet, but that's what I keep hearing about it. I hear it's a lot like Nioh. And when I think about Nioh and making that comparison, I think it's probably more mission-based like Nioh is, instead of being one big persistent open world. That's at least what I picture. Dunban, come back. We need you. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I didn't leave enough for myself. No, I fucked up. All right, we need to put Charlotte back in. We need the healer. Sorry, Melia. Not sorry. We're just not over leveled enough to use it. Oh, I don't have Charlotte to use. Never mind. I forgot. We don't have Charlotte right now. Never mind. I mean, we almost were fine. It just didn't end well. Damn it. Street Fighter which? Yes, Street Fighter 6. That's what I said, Frog. Oh, I didn't even get a teleport to over there? What? I gotta walk my ass again? Lame. Don't know if you're gonna get Xenoblade 3 around when it comes out anymore. I mean, I may or may not buy it when it comes out, but I'm definitely not playing it day one. I've already stated that multiple times. I mean, a big reason for not playing it right away is because I am just probably going to be wrapping up this game by the time it comes out. I mean, I'm sure I'll be done with this by then. But, you know, I'll be playing other things. Playing other RPGs. But yeah. I mean, other things they talked about in today's PlayStation thing, they showed a bunch of stuff that's in development for the new VR that they're coming out with for PlayStation VR 2, you know, like the upgraded one for PS5. They announced that Spider-Man PS4, you know, the PS4 Spider-Man game they're porting it to PC. Just another Sony first-party title that's getting ported to PC. I don't know. They showed a release date for a few other games here and there. The ones that I'm like, you know, mildly interested in, but not necessarily gonna play for sure. The one that I was probably most intrigued by, based on how it looked, is there was a game that looked a lot like Dead Space. I totally thought it was the Dead Space remake for a minute. It looked a lot like Dead Space. Yeah, same next gamer. I was just going to talk about that one. That one at least looked interesting. It looked very Dead Space-like. And I would at least be interested in checking that one out. I think they said that one was coming out at the end of the year this year. If I caught the release date right in my head. I think that's what it was.
Let's do this. Make it a swift victory.
Don't you go for your friends. And it looks like Frog did it, guys. He made it. He made it to the 150k mark, yo. And it's time to redeem that stream. Looks like we're going to be doing a Bubble Bobble / Rainbow Island stream, baby. Oh, yeah. Now, remember, this kind of stream is only allowed because, one, I already have the game. Thanks to Frog. He gifted it to me, so that's why he's redeeming it. And two, because it's definitely the type of game that's going to be a one-off stream, which is another stipulation if you're going to pick a game I haven't played yet. So that is why I will allow Bubble Bobble / Rainbow Islands. Specifically, it's a PS1 game, if anybody's wondering. It's like a 2 games in 1 thing that for the PS1. So yeah, that's going to be a stream now. GG, Frog. GG. When will it be a stream? I don't know yet. We'll have to discuss. I feel like I don't really want to do it this weekend only because I already have pretty solid plans for the weekend of what we're going to do. I also don't think we need a full Saturday to play it. But I could spend some time on a Saturday playing it if you want, bro. I won't dedicate an entire Saturday stream to it. But I can play it on a Saturday if you want. Or if you really don't care, if you want to just do it whatever day you feel like, we can do it any weekday you want, really. Just going back to the piezoelectricity thing, ports for a second. Pretty sure that's the property that allows them to be used precise oscillators. It's used to drive microprocessors and stuff, but also that's what it means for a watch to be quartz watch. Any weekend day is fine with you, Frog? So you want it to be on the weekend, or you don't care? The question was more so, does it got to be on the weekend, or can it be a weekday? That was kind of like what my last question was regarding. Wake up, Shulk. Man. This battle ooh, I don't like this. I'm not leveled up enough for this. This is rough. Like, this is doable, but Jesus. Am I fully booked or something? No, I'm asking you the question, Frog. Because you get to decide, so you get to choose what day out you want. What kind of day do you want it on? Do you want it to be on a weekend for sure? Would you rather it be on a weekday? I'm asking you. You're here every day, so that's why I'm trying to say, like, go ahead and choose. Now for this weekend, yes, I already mentioned I probably won't get to it, but after this weekend, we can figure it out from then. But that's all I'm trying to say. Because compared to other people, you're here every day. That's why when you or DJ redeem stuff, I wonder if it matters if it needs to be the weekend or not. But again, it depends on what you redeem. Since it's a one-off type game stream, it's up to you. Anyway, you have 33k channel points. I mean, that's pretty good considering, you know, you're not here for my full streams and you've only been around for as long as you have, Donko. It's not bad. It would be 34k, but, you know, that Titus laugh. That's okay. You'll get it back quick, man. You're here enough. Just make sure you click that treasure chest that pops up and get some extra points. If you stick around to the end of the stream, you're here for the raid, which when I usually raid, you get extra points. So that's always good. I didn't get to raid yesterday because my power went out, which was pretty annoying. How about Saturday the 11th? So next Saturday, as in a week from this Saturday? That's fine. We can do that. The real question is, though, Frog, is it better to be playing that right at noon? Or are you more available? Obviously, that's 3 o'clock your time. Or are you more available if I wait till I play it later in the day? Switch over to it. Because obviously the person scores you, so I would rather you be there for whenever I do. You have enough, but you haven't made you play anything, so you're not using yours either. Ooh. Drew's holding off until I make... Once I make Drew play something, then he'll get his revenge. I get it. I understand. Your power went out when you're playing PS2 a long time ago and it wiped everything on your memory card? Oh, that fucking sucks, Donko. I don't think that ever happened to me. If you book it, I will come. So you don't care what time of day? Well, I'm asking you, man. You get to dictate this a little bit. If you, I'm literally telling you right now that I'm okay with it being. I'm literally okay with it being the beginning of the stream, or we switch over to it later. What's more convenient for you? Are you literally just 100% free on that Saturday? You know for sure. I'm trying to help you out, man. Your German side is going to say hashtag PM sharp. Hashtag is a 3, right? 3 PM sharp. Alright. Then we'll start it. That'll be the first game we play next Saturday. I already know I won't play it all day. But I will play it, you know, for a while. I'll give it the good old college try. But yeah. Most likely what will happen is I will play it for a few hours and we'll switch over to Elden Ring after that. That'll be most likely what we do on the 11th, next Saturday, so be there or be square. Dunban, no, wake up. Jesus.
Not bad.
And I'm not even fighting the monster I need to fight yet. I was just getting rid of the guys who were getting alerted. That shit was annoying. You have an idea of what you might redeem, Drew, but you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? Don't be scared, dude. Don't be scared. Pound is sharp in music notation. I know. Sharp, pound, hashtag, number symbol. Ah, that's why we got wrecked last time, because that big boy showed up and wrecked my tits. That's not what you want to see. Fucking splendid Bodis over here ruining my day. You're not being very splendid right now, Bodis. Fuck off, Bodis. Bodis! Ooh.